10 Most Amazing Fishing Discoveries. An ancient proverb claims that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you show him how to fish, he'll feed himself for his entire life. On this list, you're going to discover some of the most amazing findings made through fishing, from monsters that lived among the dinosaurs to completely alien ones that you wouldn't even recognize as a fish. From the underwater slopes of volcanoes to muddy waters and exotic locations of Africa and South America and the crushing depths of the ocean, we've brought you incredible creatures equal to nothing else in the world.
Squid, what's happening?
It's a huge squid. It's got to glide.
If you know about any other amazing fishing discoveries, please leave a comment below. It'd be so cool to read about it. Now get ready, we're about to lure in some seriously strange beasts. Number 10. Fire Goby. Found a few years ago in 2015, the fire goby comes in at the 10th spot. Although its name may sound like one for a dangerous and powerful fish, in this case, we're just looking at the fire goby's appearance. This flaming beauty is named after its palette of bright orange, yellow, and pink scales that make it look like an underwater burst of fire. And contrary to what its name expresses, it's very shy and will hide at the smallest sign of danger. This cute fish can be as long as 3.5 inches, and they prefer warm waters between 71 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The first time they were found in Colossal, scientists found a school of 50 swimming close to a rock wall. Unfortunately, while the researchers were filming the gobies from inside a submarine, they witnessed a horde of invasive lionfish attacking them. This was a discovery with some violence and drama. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for all of you that'll just take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And boom, 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. Colossal Squid. At the 9th spot, we have a legendary creature, a real sea monster, the Colossal Squid. If you love Vern as much as we do, it's impossible not to associate this gargantuan monster with the Kraken faced by Captain Nemo while sailing his incredible submarine, the Nautilus. Although the first human encounter with this monster was registered in 1925, the last was found and caught in 2007 by a humble fishing boat while sailing through the Ross Sea in Antarctica. It weighed 1,089 pounds and measured 33 feet in length. This powerful creature uses their tentacles to capture their prey and use bioluminescence as a part of their hunting gear. Although they're very rare, it's believed they inhabit only the sea close to Antarctica. Compared to giant squids, their body is wider and heavier, and it's believed that they are the largest known squid species in terms of mass. Number 8. Coelacanth. At the 8th spot, we have the coelacanth, a prehistoric creature that was believed to become extinct 65 million years ago, with a name as weird as it looks. In 1938, humans found it alive for the first time, and this illusion was broken, although it's still a very rare fish to catch. More recently, in 2007, another specimen was found close to the coast of Zanzibar in Tanzania. It weighed almost 60 pounds and measured in at more than 4 feet. This weird fish is the only living animal that has its head divided into 2 compartments, one for the ear and the brain, and the other for the nasal organs and the eyes. Additionally, it possesses paired fins that move like our arms and legs. Well, we might think this is strange, but if it has been swimming around for so long, it must have been doing something better than the other fish. Perhaps it has to do with their terrible taste and that they are very difficult to digest for humans. Actually, fishermen in Africa and the West Indian Ocean avoid catching it because they can make people feel really sick. For many of its qualities, the coelacanth can make you think that it's the missing link between fish and land animals. Number 7. Pancake Batfish. At the 7th spot, we discovered a weird fish that's named after one of our favorite breakfast dishes. But it doesn't look that delicious. Recent discoveries of some species of the pancake batfish were found in 2010 and 2011 on the coasts of New Zealand and the United States. The fish is flat and has arm-like fins that it uses to wobble along the seafloor. Usually, it lives in sandy waters close to reefs, but next to the floor at more than 1,500 feet deep. Yet, it's a very rare fish and not easily found, even in these habitats. Sadly, the American species of the pancake batfish were seriously affected by the oil spill in 2010 in the Gulf of Mexico. This man-made disaster was so terrible that almost 10 years later, in February 2020, a research paper was published claiming that the environmental damage was even higher than previously believed. Number 6. Large Sturgeon. At the 6th spot, if you thought the Coelacanth was an old fella, wait for the large sturgeon. The sturgeons have shared their home with the dinosaurs and still live among us 140 million years later. Currently, they are a critically endangered species, and while protected, is considered a living fossil as well. In 2018, a local fisherman accidentally caught one of these giants in the northeast of China in one of his fishing nets. The Colossal sturgeon measured nearly 12 feet and weighed a bit more than 1,100 pounds, and was taken by local authorities to try and breed it in captivity. In general, the sturgeons have bony plates instead of scales, and they don't have teeth, yet they can swallow a big fish in a single gulp. Number 5. Magma Fairy Race. Recently discovered at the underwater slopes of active volcanoes in the Pacific Ring of Fire, here comes the Magma Fairy Race at the 5th spot. Although the Magma Fairy race belongs to a family of colorful species, there's no doubt that this has a unique and hot look. This beauty was recently found in 2016 by a group of scientists around the Titicaca volcano in the Babuyan Islands of the Philippines. Perhaps it's a strange place to find such a delicate creature next to one of the most active volcano zones on the planet. However, this magical fairy lives and swims around turtle grass beds, sandy patch reefs, plain sand bottom, coral reefs, and rocky flats. So although it might seem that they could be found easily, they can blend in very carefully with their surroundings and use their flashy looks to deceive and camouflage themselves. Number 4. Deep Sea Anglerfish. We've not had a nightmare as ugly as the Deep Sea Anglerfish, a peculiar monster-like creature from the depths of the ocean, which got our 4th spot. With a fierce look, dark colors, and a slimy touch, the deep sea anglerfish is a creature that is adapted to a very hostile and dangerous environment, and although is not attractive at all, has a fleshy growth protrusion in its head that works as a lure for curious prey. Until now, only one female specimen of the deep sea anglerfish has ever been seen, and she looks like a fierce pack of sharp teeth with a tiny tail. So the first good thing, you won't find any by a mere accident, and the second is that they can only reach 7 inches in length. Number 3. Dwarf Snakehead. At the 3rd spot, we have a colorful and beautiful fish that exudes certain electric appeal. Although what makes it truly remarkable is its adaptable nature. The dwarf snakehead is a freshwater fish that lives in shallow waters, is up to 10 inches long, and is slim with glowing blue fins. Yet this fish is famous because of its ability to breathe air and walk over the land. When the dry season hits, it can move over to the wet ground, surviving up to 4 days out of the water, looking for a better place to live. They're only found in Asia, in the south, southeast, and southern China. Although they have been known for a while by aquarists, they have just recently been classified and named scientifically. They're highly predatory, and they eat smaller fish, frogs, rodents, birds, and insects. Well, we could say that they know a diverse diet, and it's one of the keys to their survival. Number 2. Snailfish. At the 2nd spot, we found creatures that are not regular fish, and you could say they look more like aliens or ghosts than actually living animals. You can find some of the most fascinating of them in the West Pacific, at the crushing depths in the Mariana Trench, about 26,000 feet under the surface. That's just 3,000 feet shorter than Mount Everest's height. Given that, it's unlikely that you would find a snailfish while doing your regular diving trip, or that you would just catch one while swimming with your pals. Finding this fish took a scientific team with 40 experts from 17 different countries, with sophisticated equipment to catch it alive and capture footage of its behavior. According to this impressive evidence, the snailfish is the top predator of the depths and is very active, although it's more about resilience than fierceness. The snailfish lives so deep, no predator or competitor would even get close. With a gelatinous body, this fish has been equipped by evolution to adapt to the extreme pressure, and if taken to the surface, it simply melts. That's an amazing catch. Number 1. Lungfish. The lungfish is a freshwater fish that can live on land without water for months and even for years. The fish owes its name to this ability, given by a highly evolved respiratory system that can take oxygen from the air, just like we and other land creatures do. In fact, this peculiar fish behaves like most fish, swimming and eating smaller prey on the bottoms of ponds and rivers. Yet during the dry season, it burrows itself into the mud until it reaches an appropriate depth, and then forms a protective cocoon around itself so it can have a comfortable and safe hibernation. During that time, the lungfish will slow down its metabolism dramatically. When the water returns and the mud softens, the lungfish will get out of its burrow. Some people assert that the fish can stay inside their cocoon in dried mud for as long as 4 years. That is, unless you catch them first. If you want to give them a try, lungfishes are found only in Africa, South America, and Australia. In Africa, the lungfish is part of the local diet and is caught by digging out the fish from dry soil. We know a couple of friends that claim this fish is tasty, but others say it's downright disgusting and its flavor is just like mud. After having a closer encounter with some of the most amazing fishing discoveries ever, we've enjoyed sharing this experience with you, and we just want to say thanks for watching Mind Read today.